So this is our newest greenhouse. I'm calling it a big cold frame. It's a pretty cool building because it's all wood from here, and recycled doors and whatnot that we collected over time, recycled windows. Just making use of passive solar, really, that greenhouse effect. What we've got here is plants that we started indoors in flats, direct seeding. They grew up in the basement, and we brought them first out to our GMO greenhouse, starting to harden them off, getting used to cooler temperatures, real sunlight. And then we potted them up, moved them out of those 6-pack type containers into 4-inch pots, and moved them into here, just a slightly more exposed environment, getting even more sunlight. And so now at this point, we've got some plants that are they're ready to go out. They're strong. They've got lots of leaves. They're got real sturdiness to them. So it's plants like that we're getting ready to transplant out.
Now, I know a lot of people always say, oh, plant your seeds and transplant on Memorial Day. Is that a hard and fast rule, or is there a temperature gauge or something that you look for, like, okay, the plants are ready, but does that mean the soil is ready?
Yeah, it's definitely season by season. You got to see what's happening. This was definitely late spring last year, for example. It was an early spring. But in theory, this zone, this area, this region is frost-free, they say, from June 1st to September 1st.
Got it.
And Memorial Day sort of coincides with that as well. So especially the more sensitive plants and more sensitive seeds, aren't going to get planted out until that time period to protect them from the chance of frost.
You see most people do the rows. What's the concept behind doing stepping stones instead?
Yeah, this is our way of creating bigger beds that's contours, fits the landscape that we're working with. And stepping stones are similar to having a path in a row garden, except that with the stones we're sort of minimizing the compacted area and maximizing the actual growing space. And so in our no-till system, the stepping stones are an important way to concentrate the compaction in one area and then keep the rest of the soil fluffy and healthy and full of nutrients and a proper structure in the rest of the garden.
Fluffy is good.
Fluffy is good. So it's into this mulch that we're sort of scraping aside, and then into the dirt here that we're going to be transplanting. And so with a trowel of sorts, this is called a hori-hori, you're just digging a hole, and it's around maybe 6 inches deep. And then we're going to get ready to put the plant into that. Some of these have their sprout leaves still showing, some of them have the sprout leaves just beneath the surface and have been buried up to that point. We're looking to bury the plant at least this deep. For example, where the sprout leaves are coming up, we want to bury the sprout leaves and actually bury the plant up to its beginning leaves. That's just to give the plant more strength and sturdiness. A real leggy plant is going to do as well. So we're facilitating a very strong core to work off of. Getting it out of the pot, I'm just looking to protect the plant a bit. I have my hands around, my fingers sort of guiding it. As I turn it over, tap the bottom. It should come out fairly easily. This isn't a good example. So I'm plopping this into the hole, and it's really all about being gentle. We're trying not to break off any leaves, nothing to stress the plant, because it's already a fairly sort of traumatic experience, right? So just being gentle. I'm filling in around the plant now with dirt, and giving it a little bit of pressure to sort of pack the dirt into place and give it